just in the world around us, we're all kind of experiencing some level of challenge. But there are these things that continuously creep up in our lives, patterns, if you will. And I've heard people, I've heard friends, I've heard clients, I've heard loved ones talk about it in such a way where it's this feeling of, while they wouldn't voice it, right? Because I'm not a victim, it's not about what's happening to me, it's what's happening for me. And they're clear in that, but it's still, there's this underlying feeling that there is some kind of punishment happening, or, like, so let's go in the crazy part, like, oh, I'm cursed in this way, or in this area of my life. And so, for any of you, if you're feeling even an inkling of that at any point, whether it's robust inside you right now that you're really kind of feeling a little bit lost, or whether it's just the little tiny things that you get into that space, I would just like to remind you that it's not punishment. It is what someone I just heard recently, I loved the verbiage they used. It's spiritual curriculum. The one thing that I like to say is it's those spiritual lessons in our lives that we're here learning and growing ourselves as eternal beings, as souls. And so all of the things that we attract in our lives, those things where we feel like we're just in this, if you look at it from this, kind of vertical or two-dimensional plane, you feel like you're just on this wheel that just the hamster wheel, right, of life, and going through the same motions over and over again, kind of like Groundhog Day. And so if you can flip that and you can recognize that those things that you're attracting in your life, they're trying to show you something. They're trying to teach you something. They're trying to give you the opportunity to learn and grow. And that second key, that part of growth is so important because I can learn a lot. I can intake a lot of information. I can gain a lot of knowledge. But if I don't apply and integrate that into my life, I will never grow. It has to be something that I embody in my feelings, in my essence, not just up here. But if I can take all of that, the opportunities, and I see them for as that, this is another opportunity for me to stretch myself and lean into that area that I need to grow in. Otherwise, it wouldn't show up. I would not attract it. I'm a magnetic being. I'm I draw to me what I need. So if you're feeling like you're on this hamster wheel and it just keeps going over and there it is again and there it is again and there it is again, maybe, in a different way. Maybe it's that relationship that you have and it's the same person, they're just wearing different clothes and maybe you have a, different look to them, but it's the same person. Or maybe it's a job that you're getting, that's it's this very similar role that you're taking part of, the same dynamics that you might be having with your boss or your clients or the people that you engage in life, whatever it is that's going on for you. If it's something that you feel like you're on this repetitive cycle, it's because you're not growing or you're not all the way grown through it, right? That's another, probably a gentler way to say it, right? And that is a lot of truth. We peel those onion layers off. The more we peel them off, the more we expose the core of who we are, the essence of who we are, the real unlimited versions of ourselves. And so to continue to peel those layers off and just enjoy the ride, live in that moment where you get to that space where, like, okay, I recognize this pattern and I'm going to keep moving through it. And I'm going to keep peeling and keep peeling and keep peeling until eventually you grow through that. Eventually, you will get to that space if you keep embracing it and keep leaning in and not shying away from those hard things that feel like they are not taking you anywhere. You will eventually go to that next plateau. And so that hamster wheel there's a visual that I have on one of the consultations I do where it's actually a spiral and it goes up and out, right? So you take it from seeing it like this hamster wheel, now turning it and whoop, all of a sudden you realize it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's you, and that's your state of consciousness, and that's actually what is happening. So it's not punishment, it's not a curse. It's not you're doing something wrong. You're just going through the experiences. You're attracting the opportunities that you aligned for yourself, whether you knew it or not. You're drawing those to you for a reason. So embrace them. Embrace them with that feeling of trust that you're not alone in this, that reality that there is total abundance available to you and that you are not limited, that you don't have to choose based on your current state of consciousness, that you can reach farther, reach higher, express and expand yourself. And when you begin to do that and expand that freedom that is within, you will start to embrace those opportunities with more peace, more joy, more love, more abundance. And in that space, you will find that you can move through them and grow up and out exponentially faster and with more ease and more fun inside. Because just because we're going through the hard doesn't mean it doesn't have to be fun, or it doesn't mean that it can't be fun. It can be fun, it can be light. Angels fly because they take themselves lightly. And we are all angels in this world. We all are. So I give you permission to take a deep breath, put a smile on your face. They say, and you go like, all right, and this next posture you're going to do, I want you to take the corners of your mouth and turn them up to towards your ears. So do that. Smile. Take a look outside, take a look inside, take a look at what you're involved in right now, and just recognize that this is all an opportunity for you, for you. Give yourself that permission. And if you like what I have shared or something resonates with you, feel free to put a comment in the thread, whether it's a specific thing that stood out to you, whether it's something empowered you want to claim for yourself, you know, the I am fill in the blank. Do something here that can not only contribute to the affirmation inside, the commitment inside, that whatever that is, that this inspires you in you, and then also it helps everybody else, right? Because the more comments that they see, it just helps us all grow together. Like the thing, subscribe, do the notification button, all the things you know to do so that you can continue to connect with me. All right, I look forward to sharing with you more and hearing from you. Have a great one.